Hello and welcome back. You are watching the PDGA National Tour on JomezPro. We are at the Beaver State Fling, Milo McIver West Course in Estacada, Oregon. Big Jerm, Nate Sexton, BigSexy. We're here to bring you the conclusion of round 3.
And through the front 9, we see Jordan Castro playing very smooth, bogey-free golf. We're calling him the cyborg right now. He's wearing technology on his head. It's apparently doing good things for him. Anthony Barela is struggling on the green, but no bogeys to speak of. 3 under par. Andrew Fish with a nice finish to his back 9, but started off a bit slow, and we see the leaderboard check-in. Eagle McMahon has taken 2 strokes on Seppo on the front 9, has a 2-stroke lead, but Jordan Castro from the second card has bumped himself up into contention.
Wow, and did you see that James Conrad minus 8 through 9?
I missed it.
Moving well. I think that's what we just saw. James
Holy
Conrad
moly.
on a heater.
Woo!
Hole 10, par 3, 450, straight ahead. The basket kind of tucked back in this cove. You can barely even see the thing because it's so shady back in there. Air shot can work, but it takes a special one to get all the way back there. I think a roller is a great play to keep it low as long as you need to. This is that roller. This looks like it's going to flip too quick to me.
It's got a decent amount of stability, but this is the problem. When you get near pin high, that's what you have to get through to the green. And you're putting through it. So that low speed doesn't always fight through those limbs the way you'd like.
And Fish is just going woods here.
That was a lot of trust. And trying to play to the safe side, sometimes over safe is the most dangerous way to play.
That didn't look like it went too deep in. If you go really into those woods, it can be a really difficult escape.
Might want to turn around and go do something else for a while because that is not where you want to be. Kevin going for the low lace straight drive. That's going to be inside right at circle.
Yeah, circle
1.
edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 40. Hard to say exactly.
Don't see too many air shots get in the shade, but that was a really nice one.
And this maybe has enough cut. Needs to be an overstable disc.
Now it needs to all of a sudden get flippy.
I think this is fine, though. You just ping pong around in here. See what you can do.
That's a really favorable result for Anthony. This is one you'd like to guarantee yourself a 3 and give yourself just a somewhat. Look at that layout sidearm.
That's nice.
That's bringing that from Ultimate Field right there. If you can guarantee a 3 or better, you're looking good. But Jordan is certainly not in that spot, but manages to find his way through.
Just barely right.
You can see he pulled that string all the way out to see if he was outside of the circle. And
maybe circle 1 edge, 32-footer. Yes.
Nice putt from in the woods there. One of 11 players on the day to pick up the elusive-ish birdie on hole 10.
Yeah.
I would certainly classify it as a bonus birdie for any player.
Absolutely. Considering that, like, a wide open 450-foot hole is almost a bonus birdie. And then you put all this together, it takes something a little bit special.
And still somehow it only averages 303.
Yeah.
It's like good. I feel like this you throw this hole on any other course, and again, it's just averaging more than that.
Well, most courses don't have like 75% 1,000-rated players.
Yeah, that's a good point. Our sample size is just
most stacked field in the country, in the world. Hole 11, par 3, 375. This one is very tough. Tight gap at the beginning, and then these branches just reach out to meet your disc. You've got to throw it high and wide and overstable enough to swing all the way back early enough to get up here for a putt. Even probably a more rare birdie than the previous hole. This one is
big time. It's the hardest hole on the course, averaging 328. It's not one you're going to see many players birdie.
This is like some super overstable Firebird thrown on an Anheuser. Cuts through enough to be not a problem.
Yeah, that's going to be just a little, maybe a soft Anheuser sidearm or a swinging jump putt of some sort to get around to the green.
Yep.
Jordan a little bit tight. Might be the first time we've seen him in any danger. If that didn't get on either side of that tree.
He's down there underneath it. He'll have to get a little creative.
Yep. And bogey is certainly in play at this point. All these players going
That
tight.
could be a good kick. It didn't really matter.
Yeah, kind of got the result probably was going to get anyways.
Yeah.
Just took longer to get there. Kevin lining up the super wide hyzer, and the early tree kick has put him almost in.
Hopefully he's got room now. He doesn't even have room to really swing his arm. He just has to pitch out. Wow, and even that wasn't easy.
And Kevin Jones is going to be in danger of a double if he doesn't throw in a miraculous shot from inside the tree.
Fish has got to go roller here. That's going to be a long putt.
Mm-hmm. Kevin's got a little bit of a lean out, and you can see Jordan's lie is right next to it, and that right there is a great effort. I don't think Jordan's going to have the same opportunity because he's not as wide, and Jordan's just kind of swinging his arm and pitching, and that's really about all he could really risk.
You called it, Anthony, with the Anheuser forehand. Could be a Wysocki pig.
Great shot. Tap in birdie, or tap in par feels almost like a birdie in this one, with just so few players able to pick up the two.
And there's Jordan's first blemish of the day. That cruised pretty far beyond the basket for Fish.
He's had some issues, and the issues continue. Struggling a bit on the green today, and it's translated to some errant tee shots that we've seen on the front nine a little bit.
Yeah.
With this field as tight as it is, every single bogey seems so costly. Just sometimes when you're playing on a tough course, like I feel like Mile of MacGyver West is a tough course, but sometimes when you play on a tough course, a bogey doesn't feel so bad.
Yeah.
Out here, it just feels terrible. You just feel like you're getting lapped by the field. But a one stroke means such a big difference at this point.
Yeah. Hole 12, par 3, 433 straight away with the basket up on the mound. This one just kind of keeps getting skinnier as it goes, and it's just long enough to make you really have to throw a hard shot to get there. I think some of these guys, Kevin probably, and a couple of other guys maybe have the power to disc down to a fairway here if they want to, but I think a lot of the field is throwing distance drivers.
I think this is an Anthony Barela sparkled T-Bird 3.
Yeah, it might be, but it got overstable on him. It looks like he stayed on the edge. He should be okay, but that is a nasty place to be. I've gone there 15 straight years, and I hate it over there.
And Jordan's going to be experiencing some of that hate, I believe, in a moment.
Yeah, it's the worst spot on the hole, but also the easiest spot to throw the disc. This is looking good. Get back to your angle, edge just a bit. Beautiful
Forward, just the edge of the hillside.
Well inside circle one.
You might have the most awkward 15-foot putt left, but still a really good result.
Fish doesn't like it. I feel like it's pretty good, though. Oh, how did he know that was going to hit that from way back there? That was going to finish like edge of circle. Wow, good result for Anthony.
Yep.
Is that pig?
Oh, don't do it. Oh, goodness. That is
unlucky.
Yeah, it certainly sounded like the pig. The Ricky Wysocki pigs are very stiff and very grippy.
Good shot.
That was a great out.
Enough angle to get out, but not so much angle that it rolled away on him.
Now let's see where Anthony... Oh, we got Kevin first.
What? I thought Kevin got all the way up there.
That's crazy. So much shorter than it looked.
I thought Kevin was up past that fern. Weird.
Anthony might have that backdoor window. Oh,
nice save.
That wasn't above the rim until the very last possible moment.
Kevin with the unfortunate left side splash.
And it looks like we're going to have all threes when just a moment ago it looked like we could have had some twos and fours.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to walk away with the same score.
Upside down?
A little bit too far away for Andrew to present a gift to the basket for the third time this round. But
Oh, upside down.
Look at that.
What is this?
I don't know.
Hole 13, par 4, 700 feet straight away. This one is also in a little cove, similar to hole 10. You can just throw as big of a drive as you possibly can, set yourself up for an approach, keeping in mind that you can go a little bit deep here without too much punishment. It's always good to throw just kind of like hole 2 earlier in the round. You got a little bit of a backstop, throw the shot firm, try to get up there into the bark chips. I would expect nothing short of 530 feet right now.
And you're going to not quite get that much.
Nope, not with that turn. But it had the speed for it. Wow, that's new territory over there.
And
I've never seen anyone go that far right.
He might have turned it so much that there could be even an open look. I don't know.
Yeah.
The trick on this approach is that the green has that little bit of a false front, and it creates some distance issues on that approach. And a lot of people come up short, and that just is the biggest mistake here on this hole.
You see a lot of like 30 short.
Yep.
On the approach.
Kevin Jones going full
wow,
rip.
Everybody's really flipping it. This is also going to go really right.
I think we can measure it.
And not the result Kevin's looking for. That's going to be a really tricky and very technical approach.
That's the correction. Now Fish is going to find the middle of the fairway. Don't really need like incredible distance here. Just like if you can get 400 out of it, leave yourself a wide open 300 with a backstop. I mean, I think most of these players would take that.
And I don't think he quite got 400 out of that pull, but maybe he did. Andrew's got cool.
Andrew's
got some sneaky distance.
Yeah.
He definitely controls a nice, understable driver well. Not that was an understable driver there.
Oh, he doesn't like this.
And
Oh,
look at
yeah,
that.
because
That's that
he's
false
a
front.
little sawed off.
I think he thought that he threw it long, and then
Yeah.
it came up short. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a putt from there, absolutely. But wow, and Kevin gets out maybe a little better than I thought he would from being in the trees. That's a pretty great shot, setting up a chance for birdie.
Definitely in that Kevin Jones full
And
lunge
look at where
jump
Anthony is.
Wow.
It's like fine over there.
Mm-hmm.
Strange.
He's close enough that he's just going to go with a Nova, going right at the pin. That's looking great.
Yep. Nice putt from Fish.
Is a great jump putt.
I'm like 15, so that's what I need.
A little bit of low ceiling, perhaps, or just needs to straddle out very wide. Well done.
Jordan. Well done. Anthony, 5 under. Not really lighting it up the way that it looks just because of the missed putts he's had on the green so far. But playing bogey-free, 5 down at this course, anything in that mid-50s range, which he's certainly attacking at this point, is a great round. And if he can remain bogey-free, he's going to have a really good score coming in.
Hole 14, par 3, 442. Some call it the dream hole. This one is really nice looking. You're up there on that high tee pad in the shade, looking down, just barely seeing the river back there in the background. It is possible to throw a disc in the river here if you get a little aggressive, but you don't see it very often. These guys are probably going to go fairway speed, maybe fast edge of fairway speed, try to throw hard and kind of low with a little bit of turnover.
Anthony is once again going with his Tour Series T-Bird 3 and pushing that a little bit too far to the right.
Not a bad shot. That sets up that 60-footer that he loves.
There are actually 3 gigantic. Are those Douglas firs down there on the green?
No, I think those are probably some cedars.
Either way, they're juxtaposed pillar-ish.
Yeah.
And those are gigantic bunkers. And if you are on either side of those, you have got almost no glimmer of light, I should say, as far as making that putt. glimmer of hope. That's the word.
You could do it any way you want, I think.
Yeah. This is a good-looking shot from Kevin. Maybe a bit shorter than he'd like, but you can see the red string there, so he's inside the
I
circle.
think it was a mid-range.
It certainly was coming in at mid-range speed towards the end of the flight.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That
That'll
should
be
be
fine,
fine for Angie, but yeah, that was a...
Little mole got in the way. I'm going to amend it and say we've got one for two cedars on the green. That's my official call. 1 Douglas fir, 2 Western red cedars. As we look at this birdie putt.
Yes. Kevin able to pick up. I don't know how he made that putt through that nonsense that you were just spurting, but he is able to pick up a really nice birdie. 12 players in our super stacked field were able to do the same.
Hey everyone, we just want to let you know that our coverage this weekend is brought to you by our patrons over at patreon.com/JomezPro. We've got a huge support system of over 1,900 people and counting. If you're not on there, we ask that you consider getting involved. Thanks.
Another shout out to the Patreon supporters.
Heck
Literally
yeah.
couldn't do it without them.
Yep. No, this coverage is brought to you because of the financial support that you guys provide. I mean, if you guys enjoy watching Jomez, pitch in a little bit. And
Get in the fam.
It'll continue progressing the sports coverage.
Get in the squad. You're going to love it so much you're going to end up in the fam. That's probably what's going to happen.
That's right.
Hole 15, par 3. There's two options here. You can go big forehand, as Kevin's going to show us.
Wow. Nice big flex play. Just a smaller window to hit towards the latter part of the fairway, but
Hard to tell if that had the distance. It's a really specific distance that you need on that shot.
2 players. I'm surprised to see this, actually. Although Anthony has all the distance he needs in the world to be able to get that line. Looks like he came up
Fairly deep, but that'll be okay. I think should kick to a putt.
Jordan's going to go for the more often seen route with the stand-up backhand, and you got to keep it tight just as he's done here, and that is as good as
That got through the early corner, I think.
Never seen a better drive than that.
Yeah, I think he missed the line just inside, but that's not. I mean, that's probably perfect. Like I think he went inside that tree that Fish just hit.
Yeah, and the one that Fish hit is kind of the one that blocks that. Really, the ideal line that you like. I mean, look at this. This is a great result for Anthony.
So that means Kevin's must be very good as well. Just low with the putt.
Look how close Jordan's drive is.
That's incredible.
He's putting together a stellar round.
This is where Kevin's forehand is?
Yeah, that's...
How did it get there?
Did you go forehand on this hole?
Oh, I see where he is now. I got a little confused. I don't. I used to, but I don't. I go backhand now. I was confused. Thought he was in a different bush than he was.
That is...
Great birdie.
I want to say more of a bonus birdie than anything else we've seen on the course. Maybe Anthony's birdie on hole 10.
Yeah, we must have missed Fish's approach, but I believe I see it there right next to the basket.
But somehow 12 players birdied this hole. I don't know how people are doing that.
I'm throwing just that same backhand skipper.
Yeah, but that line is there's just if you go inside like Jordan did, then you can park it. If you don't, then you hit the tree that Andrew hit.
If you do it,
Anthony did. He's taking his first bogey of the round as soon as I said something about it. But if you go a little bit wider than Andrew went, then you're in that bush to the right side. So there's just
it's skinny, but it's there.
Okay,
but it's not easy.
I'll believe
agree with you.
We're gonna practice this course next year. We're gonna figure this place out.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. Hole 16, par 3, 250 feet. Small hyzer shot here with a mid-range. The big challenge is just making sure you can miss some of these small trees and get up there to a slightly elevated green. One of the easiest holes on the course, but it also just has that little bit of luck factor that you worry about just kind of hitting that first tree and kicking out to a 45-footer.
Very smooth shot from Jordan.
This is going long.
Yeah, it didn't quite swing as much as it looked like it might out of his hand.
He'll still putt from there, but yeah, it didn't finish with hyzer. Must be a pretty flippy mid-range.
Might be trying to finesse it through that inside gap to finish straight.
That's probably the most pure way to do it.
Right, and that's kind of what it looks like Kevin's doing here, and you can see that.
Yep, perfect.
Finessing it through, finishing with a straight skip, and you'll be able to see this very nicely here on the backside.
Yeah, that's the widest gap. It's tempting to go like farther up and swing late, but that
Yep.
early straightening is really the best play. He just barely gets inside those 2 trees. Perfectly done. And Fish is going for a similar thing.
Yeah. Going with a mid-range instead of a putter and getting the
That was-
same result.
Even better, right up the middle of that gap.
Yeah, we're going to get a double follow flight here perhaps. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And you can see the angle and the speed were completely different, but well, like the speed actually came in right about the same time.
Yeah. And Anthony driver. Flex? No, maybe mid-range flex
Maybe
shot.
like a Rock X3 or something.
Interesting. I wonder what makes him go to the flex.
His strength.
Yeah. Oh no. Not bad actually for Jordan. I thought he might have a more obstructed putt than that.
Look at that. It's just
He's killing it.
8 down. And 2 holes were really danger isn't 18 can become a hole you bogey if you really get off.
Absolutely.
But 17 is pretty much a no danger, just potential birdie pickup hole, and
Yep.
we could see a 9-10 down round from Jordan if he finishes up with 2 birdies here.
Three birdies and a par for our group. Jordan able to separate himself quite a bit from this card with his stellar play so far. Hole 17, par 3, 381. As Jerm said, really not a lot of risk here. Just a low ceiling shot. Backhand fairway driver thrown hard, most likely for these guys. Forehand is also an option. Just got to stay below that ceiling. Try to slide something up to the basket a little bit. This is getting pretty right.
Oh, but getting through.
Wow, that'll putt. Yeah, 40 feet maybe.
Mm-hmm. Kevin trying to go for a really technical flip-up play. Just missed the timing of the release by just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
A bit early. Andrew taking plenty of time here.
This feels like just such an easy shot for Fish.
It's
This
look
is
at
just
that.
his style. Just almost acing
Yeah,
the thing.
that's incredible.
Nice throw. Pretty unlucky to hit the hard pan under the basket. Anywhere else, that probably skips half that distance.
Right.
Could do it.
Anthony Barela.
Both of
He-
them hit that hard
Oh
pan
my
and take the big
gosh.
skip. They got work left now. I think that grass is lush. You don't see a lot of movement if you hit like 5 feet shorter.
Especially on the flat skip. Just
Yeah.
not any angle to get that big skip.
Yeah.
Kevin giving it a nice run from about 80. Jordan, can he get to 9 under here going into the last hole?
I think he's going to find himself moving on to the lead card if he can if he can get any more of these birdies. He's
Yeah.
got to be close.
Mm-hmm. Anthony, can he figure it out on the green right now? He's having some issues right now. I'd like to see him make this putt from right circle's edge. Just not his day on the green. He's getting it done almost everywhere else, though.
Yeah. Has not been Fish's day really anywhere today. He's still obviously going to get some highlight plays. He's a fantastic golfer, but he has been off, to say the least.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a frustrating performance being in the mix and,
Yeah.
you know, seeing a player like Jordan just kind of do the things you know you can do and just kind of falling behind the pace. And
Yeah.
still 14 under so far is a respectable score in the field. It's it's keeping him in the hunt for cash, which is kind of like a small victory in itself.
Yep.
We've talked about it a few times, but this is I would have to agree with you. I think it's the hardest tournament to cash in maybe the history of disc golf. You have 78 players competing right now, 80 players total signed up, and you're going to have 30,000 rated players not cashing.
Yeah, at least.
And it's just nothing more difficult than that, I don't think.
Hole 18, 509, par 3, all the way around the corner. Roller is the play if you want to get up there for a birdie look, unless you're a power lefty. then the hyzer might be possible. Not a lot of players with the forehand power to go 509. Ooh, boy.
Jordan.
Interesting. Miss there. Looked like he was just going for a smooth air shot, trying to play for 3.
Yeah, that just came out early, a little tentative.
He's going to have some work from there. Kevin with that roller. This is too wide to really reach the pin, but he's going to have a jump putt. I would guess 70 to 80 feet. Maybe a little more.
And fish, that had that tight line that you want if you want to attack the pin, but just got a little bit of a cut out left before it started bending right. It's a good effort, though.
And here is somebody going for a 509-foot forehand right now.
I haven't seen Eagle play this hole, but I imagine he's probably flicking.
You would think he could. I don't think this is going to make it, though.
No, this is a little bit short. But that's the kind of player that, Eagle has that really nice hyzer stand-up sidearm,
take it way out wide.
which is the way that you'd want to attack this hole. And this is the first forehand we've seen from Jordan all around.
Oh, Jordan's going to make bogey.
And that is, I don't know if that's going to cost him his spot on lead card. But certainly not a mistake I foresaw him making.
Yeah, our ticker shows him tied for 3rd now.
Okay.
So we'll see what that does for him. A bogey here at best, I would think. Kevin.
Oh, good effort from way downtown.
Oh, Fish hates it.
Yeah, that's
You're just thinking, like, come on, one putt.
Yeah,
It's been a
just-
tough day. Like, just let me get one in there.
Right.
And then it's just, like, not even close out of your hand. I know that feeling. Just, like, seriously, that? You try
Yeah.
to put all your focus into this one shot, and it's just on the ground 10 feet right.
AB picking up the par, finishing with only one bogey on the round, but maybe 5 putts within
Yeah.
within
40.
35 feet that
Yeah.
just didn't quite go his way. And, those putts go in, and he's on lead card.
You're right about that. Jordan tapping in a bogey.
Still a stellar round, 7 under 54 is a great score to walk away with here at Milo West.
Yep. Here we go. Our players today. Jordan was the star. He's out there at -7 for the round
Yep.
with just 2 bogeys. Really, really great front 9. And look at that. The bogey did cost him. Ricky comes
Oh,
in.
a 10 down. Ricky Wysocki
And
making
gets him.
moves.
So Jordan, we'll see Jordan again tomorrow. Hot round, fire emoji from James Conrad. We will have him on the coverage. Joel Freeman and Nate Perkins on the chase card tomorrow from the East Course. Final round, Beaver State Flaying. See you guys tomorrow.